In rugby union, the wing position is often regarded as the position for the most electrifying players on the team. In this video, I'm going to be discussing the wingers that are widely considered to be among the greatest ever and rank them from 1 to 10. Making it onto the list at number 10 is George North. North made his debut for Wales against South Africa in 2010, aged just 18, and showed his talent right away by scoring 2 tries in the game. He is the only player on this list that is still playing currently, and at the time of recording he scored 46 tries in 104 games for Wales at age 30. He has won the Six Nations on 3 occasions, 2 of which being Grand Slams, and has played on Lions tours in 2013 and 2017, scoring 2 tries against Australia in 2013 to help secure the series win for the Lions. North has played club rugby for the Scarlets, Northampton and Ospreys, and won the Premiership with Northampton in 2014. North is tall for a winger at 6'4", and his size makes him extremely hard to stop once he gets close to the try line. He's typically a direct runner with the ball, but is also capable of pulling a devastating sidestep. At number 9 we have Jeff Wilson. Wilson has scored 44 tries in 60 tests for New Zealand, which when he retired stood as the All Blacks try scoring record, but as of today he is ranked as the 5th highest try scorer in All Blacks history. He made his All Blacks debut against Scotland in 1993 at 20 years old and made a dream start to his international career by scoring a hat-trick. Nicknamed Goldie, Wilson had electrifying pace which helped him get on the end of many kick chases, and he was known for scoring spectacular tries when the slightest of opportunities were presented. Wilson played mostly at full back for New Zealand in the latter part of his career, but if he had played his entire career on the wing, I think he would deserve a higher spot on this list. At number 8 we have the Frenchman Vincent Clerc. Clerc scored 35 tries for France in 67 games from 2002 to 2013, making him the country's highest ever try scorer. He has scored 11 World Cup tries in total, and was the joint leading scorer in the 2011 World Cup with 6 tries, which helped France to reach the final, which they narrowly lost to New Zealand. Clerc won the Six Nations Championship 4 times, including 2 Grand Slams in 2004 and 2010. In 2007, Ireland were in position to win the Grand Slam in the final game of the tournament, but Clerc had a moment of individual brilliance and scored a try in the last minute to secure the championship for France. Clerc played 14 seasons for Toulouse, winning 3 top 14 titles and 3 European Cup titles. He scored the only try for Toulouse in the 2003 European Cup final, which they won against Perpignan 22 points to 17. He is the highest try scorer in the history of the top 14, with 101 tries, and the 2nd highest try scorer in the history of the European Cup with 36 tries. Clerc's playing style was that of a typical shifty winger who had a lethal sidestep, and he regularly used grubber kicks to beat the last defender with his speed and regather the ball for a try. At number 7 we have Jason Robinson. Robinson started his career as a rugby league player and began playing for Wigan in 1991 at age 17. He played a season with Bath in 1996, but he didn't convert fully to rugby union until the year 2000, when he moved to Sale Sharks aged 26. He received his first England cap a year later, and he went on to make 51 appearances, scoring 28 tries. Despite moving to union late in his career, he still managed to win a Grand Slam, play on 2 Lions tours, and play at 2 World Cups, making it to the final in both. He scored 2 tries for the Lions against Australia in 2001, and he scored another iconic try against Australia in the 2003 World Cup final, which England won. In 2007, Robinson played in his 2nd World Cup final, which was his last game before retiring, but this time England lost to South Africa. Robinson was a short player at just 5'8", but he was strongly built for his size, and he had some of the best footwork the game has seen, with the ability to beat any defender he came up against. In terms of pure talent, Robinson is one of the best wingers the game has seen, but his relatively short career, in which he spent some of his time playing at full back, means he doesn't get ranked any higher than 7th place on this list. At number 6 we have the New Zealander Doug Howlett. Howlett is the All Blacks' highest try scorer ever, with 49 tries in 62 tests, and was known as a prolific finisher who had blazing pace. He made his All Blacks debut in 2000 and is arguably the greatest player who specialised playing on the right wing. Howlett won 5 Tri Nations with New Zealand and went to 2 World Cups but failed to win the tournament on both occasions. He is 4th all time in World Cup tries scored with 13 tries. Howlett played for the Auckland Blues from 1999 until 2007, winning the Super Rugby competition in 2003. He moved to Munster in 2008, where he won the European Cup in his first season. He retired from rugby in 2013. At number 5 we have Joe Rokocoko. Rokocoko made his All Blacks debut in 2003 and made an immediate impact in the team with his exceptionally high rate of try scoring. In his first 20 tests for New Zealand, He scored 25 tries playing on the left wing, and the 17 tries he scored in 2003 was his most prolific stint in the black jersey. From 2006 onwards, he played mostly on the right wing when Sivivatu was brought into the starting lineup. He played his final international test in 2010 and finished with 46 tries in 68 games, which is tied for the second most tries in All Black history with Christian Cullen and Julian Sevilla, just behind top scorer Doug Howlett. Rokitoko's combination of speed and power made him incredibly difficult to bring down, and he often burst through attempted tackles with ease on his way to scoring tries. He was relatively tall for a winger at 6'2", but his acceleration when he received the ball was incredible for a man of his size. Like Howlett, Rokitoko played club rugby for the Auckland Blues, where he won the Super Rugby tournament in 2003. In 2011, he left New Zealand to play for BRYAN in France. He finished his career at Racing 92 and was part of the team that won the top 14 in 2016. At number 4 on our list, we have David CAMPESE. CAMPESE made 101 appearances for Australia between 1982 and 1996, in which time he scored 64 tries, which makes him the third highest try scorer ever in international rugby. At 5'11", CAMPESE wasn't the most physically imposing player, but his fantastic off-ball positioning and ability to read a defence led him to racking up many straightforward tries. CAMPESE was known for his trademark goose step, which he used to send opponents off balance then glide past them, but he also had exceptional outright pace and could beat most players he faced in a foot race. Known to be a controversial figure at times, CAMPESE refused to face up to the All Blacks haka before the 1991 World Cup semi-final, and instead chose to warm up and practice his kicking by himself. In the first half of the game, CAMPESE scored a magnificent individual try, then set up another try for his teammate Tim Horan. Australia won the game 16-6. Australia went on to play England in the final, and before the game, CAMPESE criticised England's style of play as boring, as he believed that rugby should be played in an expansive, attacking manner. Australia ended up winning the game 12 points to 6. Australia also won the Bledisloe Cup on 3 occasions, in 1986, 92 and 94, while CAMPESE was playing for them. At number 3, we have one of the heroes of Welsh rugby, Shane Williams. Williams made 87 appearances for Wales from 2000 to 2011, and during that time he scored 58 tries, making him the 4th highest try scorer ever in international rugby. He also made 4 appearances for the Lions, scoring 2 tries against South Africa in 2009. Standing at just 5'7", Williams was among the shortest players to have a long and successful career in top-level rugby. His short stature and low centre of gravity worked to his advantage because the incredible agility he had made him one of the most elusive players ever. Williams had the ability to sidestep past 4 or 5 defenders in tight spaces, then use his speed to break away into open space and find his way to the try line. Williams won the Grand Slam with Wales twice in 2005 and 2008 and is the joint 3rd highest try scorer in the competition's history with 22 tries. He won the World Rugby Player of the Year award in 2008, a year in which he scored his highest tally of tries for Wales with 7 tries. Williams' accolades at club level include winning 4 URC titles with Ospreys, with an outstanding performance in the 2012 final where he scored 2 tries, with one coming in the dying minutes of the game to help Ospreys win by 1 point. In his final game for Wales, he scored a winning try against Australia with the last touch of the game. At number 2, we have the South African legend BRYAN HABANA. HABANA played for the Springboks for 12 years, and he is their all-time leading try scorer with 67 tries from 124 tests. This try tally makes HABANA the 2nd highest international try scorer ever, behind Daisuke Ohata of Japan, who leads the list with 69 tries. But HABANA scored a much larger portion of his tries against Tier 1 opposition, which is reflected by his status as the highest try scorer in the history of the Rugby Championship with 21 tries. He is also the joint highest try scorer in Rugby World Cup history with 15 tries, and played in 3 World Cup campaigns for the Springboks in 2007, 2011 and 2015, winning the tournament in 2007. HABANA was known primarily for his speed and played on both the left and right wing during his career, with the majority of his appearances being on the left wing. He didn't rely so much on breaking tackles in a congested defence, but when he got the ball with open space in front of him, he was almost certain to finish it off with a try. He was always on the lookout for a chance to intercept an opposition pass, and when he did, there was no catching him. HABANA was more than capable of sidestepping his opponents, but his first instinct was always to outpace them, so he wouldn't even need to use his step, and he was also an expert at beating opponents with a chip and chase. HABANA played club rugby with the Bulls from 2005 to 2009, winning 2 Super Rugby titles before moving to the Stormers, who he played with until 2013. He moved to Toulon in 2013, where he won 2 European Cups before retiring in 2018. Some of the greatest moments from HABANA's career include scoring the winning try for the Bulls in the 81st minute of the Super Rugby final in 2007, scoring a brace against Australia in the World Cup semi-final in 2007, and scoring a try to help the Springboks clinch the series victory against the Lions in 2009. He also won the World Rugby Player of the Year award in 2007 and was among the nominees in 2005. Taking the top spot on our list of the greatest rugby wingers of all time is none other than JONAH LOMU. LOMU made his All Blacks debut in 1994, aged just 19, and he made a dramatic impact in the team the following year at the 1995 World Cup, where he scored 7 tries in 5 games, including 4 tries against England in the semi-final. New Zealand would lose in the final to South Africa in a game where no tries were scored. Standing at 6'5" and 120 kg, LOMU was the type of athlete that hadn't been seen before in rugby, especially not on the wing, because he had remarkable speed for his size and had the ability to accelerate quickly in just a few steps. He had one of the most devastating fend-offs ever and was notorious for rampaging through the fences and often dragged players with him who were unable to bring him down, so just had to hold on until support arrived. LOMU scored a total of 37 tries in 63 games for the All Blacks, 15 of which were at the World Cup, making him the joint top scorer with BRYAN HABANA. He won the Super Rugby competition with the Auckland Blues in 1996 and 1997 seasons. LOMU was plagued by kidney problems throughout his career, and he played his last game for the All Blacks in 2002, aged just 27. He had a kidney transplant in 2004 and played a few games of club rugby after his recovery, but he was unable to get back to playing how he did in the years prior. LOMU sadly passed away in 2015 at only 40 years old. He will forever be remembered as an All Blacks legend that's synonymous with the number 11 jersey, and is quite possibly the most influential player to ever play the game.